Hello, everybody. Some old guy with MS here. Um, in this video, I want to talk about investing again, of course, and Bitcoin. Um, Different people have very radically different views on Bitcoin. Generally speaking, those who have made money on Bitcoin, and there are quite a few, they think it's a wonderful investment. And generally speaking, those who have lost money or not invested in it don't really consider it an investment. It's more like a, gamble, a one-off or a two-off gamble. Well, it's been around for quite a few years now, so it's more than a one-off or two-off. But is it a gamble? I really don't know. But generally speaking, the way I look at investing is this. You buy something, stock, Bitcoin, property, and hold on to it for a while in the hopes it will go up in value. And the real hope is it goes up in value faster than inflation. So it's going up in value. It's not being dragged up with inflation. That's why, in my opinion, real estate in the Lower Mainland has been such a great investment because it has generally gone up in value. In Vancouver anyway, it doubles about every 8 to 10 years. And it has done this consistently since at least the 1950s. It is possible real estate in Vancouver has got so high it can't double anymore, but I've not yet seen that. So doubling every 10 years is a good investment, no matter what it is. Now, if you can double quicker than that, well, that's even the better investment. Now, Bitcoin has doubled, many times over. I forget what it started at. I think it was like a buck of Bitcoin. And now it's like, well, in Canadian dollars, I think it was, well, around $74,000 for one Bitcoin. That's a lot of doubling. So from that perspective, it's a hell of a good investment. The bad part is it's gone down a couple of times, and it's gone down quite a lot and very fast. But in my opinion, that doesn't make it a investment. No, that doesn't make it not an investment. What that does is it makes it a somewhat risky investment. But it hasn't gone down dramatically lately. Now, other detractors, they will say, and they do have a point, they will say, yeah, but when you buy Bitcoin, you're buying nothing. And, well, to a certain degree, that is true. But what makes it worth money and what makes anything worth money is what someone else is willing to pay for it. So as long as someone else is willing to buy your Bitcoins, it's worth whatever they're willing to pay. Seriously, if you think about it, why is gold worth anything? I mean, it certainly has certain aspects that make it attractive. One is it doesn't rust. There's not a lot of it. You can basically hammer it out. I think theoretically you can hammer it out so it's only an atom thick, in theory anyway. That's kind of like Bitcoin. You can divide it into pretty much as you want. But gold, it's only worth something because someone else is willing to pay for it. It's the same with dollars. Dollars are worth something because us, the country, the world economic, situation has deemed the dollars to be worth so much. That's why, Canadian dollars are worth a little less than US dollars. But there's a great scene in the Titanic. They're all out on the deck, trying to get into lifeboats. And that really obnoxious rich guy, he goes and he starts talking to one of the stewards to get on the boat, on the lifeboat. And the steward says, no, sorry, only women and children. And that obnoxious rich guy He has a fistful of money. He sticks it in the steward's hands. And he says, "Take this. We had a deal." And the steward grabs it and just throws it out. And he says, "Your money is worth nothing here." Well, that's what happens with, money, gold, Bitcoin. As soon as we get to a situation where no one else is willing to take it, it's worthless. But we are a long way off. So the question is, long way of getting around to it. Yeah, 11 minutes to get to the question, to the meat of the matter. Is Bitcoin a good investment? Well, I really don't know. There is a Bitcoin ETF now. I think it's around $10. It actually went down a bit, which seemed to be opposite of what actual Bitcoin is doing. So I don't quite understand that. I tell you the ticker symbol, but I forget it. I forget it right now. It's something like BTC, BTCC, something. If you're interested, look up Bitcoin ETF. Now, there has been apparently China is cracking down on Bitcoin. They're probably, I think they're trying to make it illegal in China. Will that have a big effect? It might, positive or negative, I don't know. But interestingly, lately, if you watch any of the common TV stations, like, I don't know, CTV, not, I'm not plugging anyone, that's the only one I remember, both CBC, but I haven't seen this ad on CBC. I have seen it on CTV. Anyway, what it is an ad for a website or something like that, where you can easily buy, sell, trade cryptocurrencies. And I've seen that on the TV quite a few times. So in some ways, like with this ad, cryptocurrency is becoming more mainstream. If it becomes more mainstream, it is bound to go up in value because more people will buy it, and there's a limited amount of Bitcoin that can be made. And we're not at the end yet, but we're getting close. So what that means is, whatever we have, that's it. And as more people demand it, it's bound to go up in value. So I guess the burning question you all have is, what's my take on Bitcoin? Well, I do not have any Bitcoins. I do not have Ethereum, which is another cryptocurrency. I don't have any of them. But what I do have is I have stock in a company called Hive. Symbol is HIVE. It's either on Toronto or the Toronto Venture Exchange. And what it does is it mines Bitcoin. And it did quite well there for a while. Went up quite a bit. I won't say I made lots of money, but I made some. I was quite happy with it. And now it seems to have stalled. But by my way of thinking, when Bitcoin goes up, it should go up. But Bitcoin has fluctuated between about 74,000 and 69,000 Canadian. So a difference of $5,000, and Hive, it doesn't move in sync with Bitcoin. So I just don't know. I'm also, I think I mentioned this before, but I also own stock in Digi. Symbol is DIGI. And I think that's on the venture because it's around, I think today it was at 32 cents. I did make a fair chunk of change on that one, but I bought back in, dummy me, and I'm actually losing money now. Well, of course, you don't make anything or lose anything until you sell. So it's a paper loss. But I bought it at 36 cents and it was down to, I think, 30 cents. And today it's 31 or 32 cents. So it's unfortunately, it seems to be stuck kind of in a trend where it's not quite high enough to sell and make money, and it's not quite low enough to buy more. But again, it seems to move totally independent of what Bitcoin does. And what do they do? I'm not sure they're miners. Bitcoin miners, or they help people get into Bitcoin or blockchain or something weird like that. But Digi, there were quite a few private placements, and what they had done is, I guess privately, they had sold stock, and I think the price was 35 cents a share. Now, why someone would buy it at 35 cents a share when you can get it on the open market for 31, I have no idea, but I guess they did. Maybe it was higher when they did that. And the private placements are still happening. I think they all end on this coming Tuesday. So they actually might be holding the stock down. Once they're all finished, it might take off, might go higher. Earlier this year, it had got to, I believe, 62 cents. And of course, greedy me, I wanted 72 cents so I could double my money. We never got there. Came from 62, it fell down to eventually 30. So if it goes lower, if it goes down to like 20 cents, I'll double up, because I don't think Digi's going to go bankrupt. It's not going to disappear. So if we go low enough, I'll double up. And if we get back up to 62, I'll sell half. So right now, all the stocks seem to be sort of stuck in the doldrums. I mean, nothing's quite high enough to sell and take profit. Nothing's quite low enough to double up on. So, do I think Bitcoin's a good investment? I really don't know. I think it's an investment similar to gold, or similar to buying another currency. There'll be ups, there'll be downs, and you might make money. I don't think you're ever going to go broke, but it might go down a bit. If you do invest, and it does go down, just wait. Eventually, it'll go up, and I think you'll do okay. I have seen some YouTube videos where they say, well, I've seen both extremes. I've seen a video where they say Bitcoin is going to go to zero, which I highly doubt. And I saw another video where they said Bitcoin is like gold, and if it had the same valuation for, the amount around as gold, Bitcoin would be like, 2, 3, or 400,000 per coin. That I find pretty hard to believe too. But those are two extremes. So really what I take that to mean is, yeah, we're pretty much going to be somewhere in the middle, which is where we are. $74,000 a coin. Yeah. So, but apparently what Bitcoin is a good hedge against inflation. I don't really know if it is or isn't, but I think you can't go too badly wrong if you invest in some company that does business related to Bitcoin or related to blockchain. I don't think you'll do bad buying the ETF. But in all honesty, I haven't bought it. I've watched it, but I haven't bought it. ETFs don't go up dramatically, and they don't go down dramatically either. They're a pretty safe haven. But I've got other safe havens, which I think are safer, like bank stocks. Anyway, Bitcoin. Yes, no, maybe so. Yep. That is my opinion. It might be worth a little bit of money, but I wouldn't put everything into Bitcoin. Well, they say it's a bad idea to put everything into anything. So it's just common sense. Anyway, but I do dabble around it and may at some time buy the ETF. I may even buy some Bitcoin. I might open an account with that trading website that's been advertised. Actually, I think I might do that. Put a little money in. Don't have to risk the world, just a little bit. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Yep. So let's see. Yeah, I hope you find this video useful. 30 minutes basically to say, yeah, do what you want. Best kind of video. But yeah, I have invested in companies around Bitcoin, not in it directly. So if you found this video the least bit interesting, please, subscribe. That would be really good. Share if you want to share. Like it's really easy. All you have to do is click on that thumbs up button and comment. I love comments. Comments mean you watched it and are thinking about it. So please comment. Please subscribe, comment, and like. Yeah. Okay. I think this is it. So, yeah, okay. End communication. Okay. This part is not for you. Start listening. Mouse grid. 8, 8, 1, click. Yeah, when I say this part's not for you, that means the previous 30 minutes were for you. Okay. Mouse grid. 8, 3, 3, click. Bye-bye.